Hello and welcome to the video on equivalent fractions. Make sure you have your notebook ready to take some good notes. Here we go. All right, first we're going to review what is a fraction again. Remember, the top number is the numerator. The numerator means how many pieces of a whole that you have. The bottom number is the denominator. A denominator is how many pieces that whole object is broken into. So to find equivalent fractions, we are going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. You are simply multiplying the fraction by one whole. So as you can see here, if we multiplied 3/4 times 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, 2 over 2 really means the same thing as one whole. Because if we had a whole broken into two pieces and we had both pieces, we would have the whole thing. So another way to always remember this is the saying, what you do to the top of a fraction, you do to the bottom. And what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. If we are going to keep it equivalent, meaning the same fraction piece amounts, we need to do the same thing to the top and the bottom to keep them the same proportions away from each other. So if I do 3 times 2 on the top, I get 6. Then I have to do times 2 on the bottom, so 4 times 2, which gets me 8. So the fractions 3/4 is equivalent or equal to the fraction 6/8. Because what we did to the top, we did to the bottom. And what we do to the bottom, we do to the top. Pause here if you need to take some notes. Resume when ready. There are some other ways we can always show equivalence too. If we don't want to draw a picture or anything of that sort, we could do it on a number line. So as you can see, there's these blue lines that are broken into 4 pieces across the whole from 0 to the one whole amount. Because remember, if I have the same top and the same bottom, it's the same as one whole. So you can see my 4 different pieces that it's broken into. On the bottom, we added some more in black, and we broke between those fourths to create now 8 pieces. So if we have this dot right here at 3/4, it would be on the same spot as if we broke it into 8 pieces as 6/8. Let's take a look at some examples. Pause the video if you need to continue your notes. Resume when ready. All right, let's take a look at some of these examples. If we have the fraction 3/8 and we want to know how many pieces out of 48 that would be like saying we're taking our 8 and we're breaking them apart to get to 48. So if I go from 8 to 48, I know that that is times 6. And what I do to the bottom, I need to do to the top. What I do to the top, I do to the bottom. So if I did 8 times 6 got me to 48, I'm then going to do 3 times 6 to get my answer, which is 18. You try the next one on your own. Remember, what you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Start on the top on this problem. Figure out how to go from 7 to 35. When you figure that out, you should then be able to figure out the bottom. Pause the video. Resume when you're ready. All right, hopefully you found out that 7 goes into 35 5 times. So what we do to the top, we do to the bottom. So 9 times 5 is 45. So our missing amount here was 45. And we can find that the fraction 7/9 is the same thing as 35/45. Let's take a look at a different type of example. Equivalent fractions with pictures. So sometimes it's best if we draw pictures when we aren't fully understanding how to get from one piece to the other. So we have a denominator of 9. So we want to break our whole wheel into 9 pieces. And we have our other one is broken into 3 pieces. So we take our wheel and break it into 3. If I have 6 pieces shaded, I can shade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I should be able to color in the exact same amount of pieces on the other side. Now, I might want to change one of my pieces here, just so it matches up with the picture on the other side. Let's color it right here. So if I take a look now at these 3 pieces right here, those match this piece right here. And if I take a look at these 3 pieces right here, those match this piece right here. So how many pieces are shaded in? 2. So we can use drawings to help us out, or we can go with the method, how did I get from 9 to 3? In this case, 9 was my bigger number, 3 smaller. So I know I did division. When we are doing something to the top and bottom, it's always going to be multiplication or division. So 9 divided by what gets me 3? We know that 9 divided by 3 is 3. What we did to the bottom, we now need to do to the top. So 6 divided by 3 gets us to 2, and that is correct. So we know we got to the right answer. If you need to, rewatch the video. Make sure you took some good notes. Otherwise, give your worksheet a try and good luck.